So we built Project OAR kind of on request, right? A lot of our customers, so we're in the data business. That's what we do for a living, right? We monetize VIZIO's TV data. And a lot of our customers came to us and said, well, it's nice that you sell us the data. This is very useful. There's a lot of things we can do about this. But geez, would it be nice if we could act on that data, right? So, for example, they know how many, trucking tenders are watching show X. But if they're overexposed on trucking tenders today, there's not a whole lot that they can do about it. And so they said, geez, could you fix that, right? Since you guys, nobody knows better about making TVs than VIZIO. Is there something that you guys can do to fix that? And we said, well, you know what, I think there is. At about the same time, other players in the market were also considering various addressable offerings. Some of them have come to fruition, some of them have not. But we were looking at all of them, and we said the one thing that is going to make this not work is the fact that everybody is building an end-to-end stack, right? Everything is being soup to nuts. You give us your inventory, we'll make it addressable. And that's it, right? There's like you go from step 0 to step 1,000,000. And we said the television industry just doesn't work like that, right? It's unreasonable to expect a $70 billion industry to just give you their inventory and say, have fun with that, right? And so we looked at it and we said, okay, if this was going to see the light of day, we were not going to build a end-to-end stack, right? If this was going to see the light of day, it would really have to be in an open standard, right? And it would have to be in component by component where you allow players to pick the components that they want to use. The analogy I use is, the only thing that VIZIO and Samsung, for example, can agree on is the HDMI standard, right? Everything else we fundamentally disagree on, and it's not, you're never going to get one party to give their inventory to the other. And the thing with addressable, right, like for example, I can sell an end-to-end stack data, but I can't really do that with addressable, because with addressable it's really all about scale. More is more, right? One television having addressable inventory is valued X. Million televisions having addressable inventory is valued at 1,000,000 times X, right? So you really need to add that scale. So we constructed OA as not an end-to-end stack, right? B is an open standard that other OEMs can adapt in order to achieve scale, and other players in the market can fit into in order to achieve interoperability, right? And C, specifically in a way that creates an inventory expansion opportunity as opposed to a monopolization opportunity, right? OAR is not meant to be the one end-all solution to addressable. It's an unreasonable thing to try to do, right? OAR is meant to create an expansion opportunity for addressable and live side by side with existing pieces of the industry, right? And give you more addressable, because in addressable, more is more. Look, VIZIO's perspective is to revolutionize the way that TV is being used in the household, full stop, right? VIZIO is a disruptive company. That's what we do. Right? We look at the market, we say, well, this is stupid, and we fix it, right? That's what VIZIO did way back in the days when it introduced smart TVs. That's what Inscape did way back in the days when we introduced ACR data. That's what we're doing today when we're introducing OAR. Our strategy is primarily one of a disruptive strategy, and if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, well, we try the next disruptive thing, right? It's just we are eternal tinkerers in that fashion. I will answer your previous question, right? In the end of the day, we do have to make money from this. We're not actually doing anything just for the love of it. We are much, unlike other companies, we do believe more in cast your bread upon the water, right? So we do build things with the intention if you build it, they will come. We do that. We're more comfortable with that than other companies. But fundamentally, if you think about it like this, addressable, number one, is a natural fit to both data, and it's a natural fit to a better television experience, right? So it does fit very neatly into the VIZIO wheelhouse, and there is a yin and a yang effect with data. Television data is useful today. It is. My customers buy it, they pay me money for it. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. Television data becomes a hell of a lot more useful if you can act on it with addressable. So this isn't free. We are gonna charge for this, right? But if we charge for it by selling more data, or if we charge for it by selling impressions, or if we give people freedom to pay a little bit by impressions and a little bit by data, or vice versa, that remains to be seen. This is monetizable. We will charge for it one way or another. But for us, it makes our current products better it adds value to our customers, and so it's a no-brainer in terms of a product for us. So let's start with the easy part. Project OAR is an open standard, right? We are the official cheerleaders of Project OAR. We don't own the thing, right? We're the cheerleaders. We founded it, and we are the first implementer, right? So let's call a spade a spade. There are many open standards out in the universe. A great many of them don't see the light of day, and it's because they don't have the power of a company that implements them, as they're being created. Right? Usually open standards have to be created, then you got to go chase some people to implement them. You have an argument, why should I do this? Why should I be the first? So Project OAR is seeing the light of day because VIZIO decided to put its might behind it and just is doing it. Right? So we've defined the standard with the consortium members, and we're doing it. Right? And that's what gives it strength. But it is an open standard, and it is an open standard that is purposefully created to be comfortable for other players in the industry, and in particular other OEMs to come and join. Right, so this thing is created from the ground up to make it easy for other OEMs to say, look, you can implement it yourself. You don't need to call me. I mean, I love it if you call me, but you don't have to, right? Or you can call me and we can help, or you can call us and we can implement it for you, right? But you have choices, right? And that's important if you're going to get adoption in the market. So going back to your question, the measurement for Project OAR is part of the open standard. And Inscape, the A, does not have to provide that. And in fact, at this exact moment in time, we're not planning on measuring OAR impressions specifically. Right? It's an open standard. There is a concept that we believe in, and you can't grade your own homework. Right? We're a very transparent company. Right? We're very open with our customers. In the end of the day, we believe in creating value and capturing it. There is no purpose in us trying to capture a piece that just doesn't naturally fit. Right. So in the OAR standard, there is a measurement component. That measurement component is very similar to digital. So we're not reinventing the wheel over here. It's not like we're adding some huge invention that nobody's ever done before. And all member can plug whichever measurement vendor they wish, be it Nielsen or anybody else. Some of them have come to us and said, "Hey, can you just measure this for me while you're at it?" And we say, "I wasn't planning on it. I could, right?" Our main business is selling the rest of the TV data, right? So they have choices. They could ask us to measure. We're kind of hoping actually that they'll ask the market at large to measure. The measurement spec has been sent to a variety of players around the industry, and we shall see.